Good evening, or whatever time it is where you are at. Tonight I had plans and I don't know if they're going to work as intended. We shall see. The original plan tonight, well, that still is the plan, is to build whatever amount of it we can, a ring railroad, aka main railroad around the map, all the way around the map. And for a large portion of the map, from here all the way around, there's a couple of paths actually through the desert there, all the way down. There's a few paths through this area down here. And then we get to here, and the path from here to over there is not so obvious. I'm not sure how I'm getting through there, and or the details of any of this. Once the main ring is built, then we can branch out and put stations in wherever it's necessary, but need a main highway, so to speak, first. But where we're going to start, what on earth? Oh, there's water in there, okay. Where we're going to start is at our power plant, and we're going to start there because there's power there to hook the tracks to, so I can fly while I'm doing this. Otherwise, it will be a little more awkward to envision where I'm putting the tracks. I was going to start going out this way and decided that while I can put tracks across the swamp, I don't have any idea where I'm going once I get over on this side of the swamp. There's no clear route to go from there to anywhere over here. I mean, there might be once I'm over there, but I don't see anything on the map. And, well, here. So here's my power plant. That's this. We're standing here. If I turn around and go over here, this is the path we're looking at here. And we do need a railroad going out there because we got the big dune desert here with lots of stuff. So there definitely will be a line going out there. But that can't really be part of the main ring because again we'd have to come back through the swamp. So the only real option for the main ring is coming down through here and coming back through here. So that's what we're going to start with, and go with what happens, I guess. This is going to be a combination of exploring and building a railroad. Hopefully. Well, at least that's the plan. Yeah. So anyways, that is the one that goes out towards the desert. This here is where we're going to start. That is this path here. Actually, that path starts here. I'm going to start the railroad probably, well, let's see. This is, I've realized, is going to have to get completely rebuilt because the railroad has to come through here somewhere. And there is not, well, there's room underneath here. There's not that much room. If I had thought about it, I could have put this up another half a dozen foundations and had room to put train underneath there. I mean, I can still put it up on top or something, which is probably what I'll have to do because I'm really not inclined, well, I'll probably have to anyways, but I'm not inclined to rebuild that at the moment. But anyways, we're going to start track Oh, I gotta start somewhere. Let's see. We're gonna do. Where's my blueprint? Grab my blueprint. Put that on a button. Grab my blueprint. So I have made a blueprint of. If I can get in a position where we can look at it. Here, let's just place one. Start somewhere. Just gonna go here. So we have a foundation, a set of blocks that I can sink into the ground if I want it closer to the ground or going over a high spot or whatnot. Or I can raise this up in the air and add a few more underneath it later. Got a nice support area. These are set up for auto linking. And I have zoop tubes, or whatever you want to call it, the hyper tubes. Also set up for automatic linking. And up top I have lights, which, interestingly, if you look close, they are on. I have no idea. There's obviously no power to them. This is not connected to anything. But yet they seem to have power. I haven't figured that one out yet. I suspect it has to do with the, well, it's clearly a bug if you ask me, but I suspect it has to do with the presence of the rails. But that is quite interesting that they are, and it's not just here in this world, the other world where I built this platform and a whole bunch of track yesterday. Every single set of lights comes on, and while those tracks were powered, these are not, so I'm not sure what's going on here. Anyways, we're going to make that our first tower. And then I come down, set the next one down here. Go into auto mode. Grab things and let's Nope, we do something else first. I need to drop, just because I need to drop a station here somewhere, just so I can power the rails. No other purpose, no other reason. I just need to power the rails. I need to put it somewhere where I can bring the rails down to it. Or at least one of the rails. Let's see if I can grab both of the... Nope. Let's see if I can grab both of the rails and bring them down here. So they're both powered. Then I need to power the station, and now we have power wherever I'm going. Okay. Nope. Try this again. Link up. Can we sneak under there? We're going to have to go down with this. How far out here? Oh. Okay, so I can fly out here. Oh, I'm not flying on the rail power over here. Okay, so that looks like where we're going as far as position goes, and I'm aiming up there, so need to aim that direction. So let's try that. But we need to go down into the ground. And that's going to be a bit of a tight fit, I think. But I think we're going to go with that. And to find out, let's do a locomotive here on the rail. Oh yeah, it clears just fine. Doesn't have any spare room really, but oh yeah, all kinds of room. Okay, so we're good. Then we gotta come out here. Auto link those, and I've got auto link those. And find a new spot to, so we're gonna put it right in there. Yeah. That looks kind of steep, but it should be okay. But I've got to have it go up, because the next one after that is going to be up high too. So let's hope that's sufficient. Why is it complaining? Missing materials? Don't tell me that. Okay, I get the track is too long. Track is too steep. I get that. That's not expected. That is expected. High-speed connectors. That is going to be a problem. Why do I need high-speed connectors? I didn't think I needed... Oh, I need them because of this. That thing right there. Alright. Where is a workbench? Off the rails, and we're not even started. I mean off the rails literally. Don't they have a workbench out here somewhere? There should be a workbench out here somewhere. Well, we'll make a new one. Off the rails right off the bat. Guess that's kind of typical. And for this we need the circuit boards is going to be the problem. Figures. Okay, bang, 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 bang for a while here. If I would have realized that, I would have done this an hour ago. One more thing that really needs to be automated before I can push forward, and not just with rails, but with rebuilding everything, because I'm going to need those electrical stuff. But I am not set up at all for automating. I probably could, I suppose. I don't want to put any more stuff there into that already messy base. Just makes more to clean up later. But these two things, the circuit board, the high-speed connector, and there's with something else. Oh, computers. Just the basic computers are things that everything wants. And having built those, I don't want to make that spaghetti. I have seen that spaghetti. Heck, you guys have seen that spaghetti. That's the world that I worked over the holidays. And like I need any other project, this morning I started yet another world with a couple new friends. I don't expect to be streaming that world, but it's still one more thing that I'm doing. Alright, you know what I'm going to do? At least for the circuit boards. We've got plastic right here. In fact, that's the only plastic on the planet at the moment. Where can I tap it easily? I don't think there is an easily. The only place I can tap it is here in the corner. Nothing like getting sidetracked early on. How fast are you putting them on? Okay, so you're okay with the slow belt. You only use so much so often. Okay, and then we're going to put an assembler down here. Somewhere facing that way. Good enough. Put a bin down. Do. Put a bin there. Put a bin there. Put a depot on top of it, and I gotta be careful with these because I don't have many. I used them all for the research. This needs copper sheets. Take all the copper sheets. And then the tapped plastic. And make circuit boards. Give you a sloop. Won't do any point in speeding it up because I can't produce that much plastic. Looks like it wants power too. How dare it? It wants all the plastic. And that's something else I don't have here. In this one, I don't have any way. I'm not doing that. I can't have any way to crank up the plastic on this. Not currently. Just had an idea, but it's way off the scope of tonight's plan. I know where we have copper sheet and plastic in notable amounts. No need to rebuild anything. Huh. I have all kinds, and I do mean all kinds of copper sheet right there. No, that's not it. That's main base. Here, lots of copper sheet. And over here, I have lots of resin that I can turn into plastic. In fact, I think I am turning it into plastic, and 2 of those are doing rubber and 2 of those are doing plastic. So I could very easily do the circuit boards, do a circuit board plant right there. Okay, so that's next project. Right now we're going to take advantage of the fact that these are being made on the fly. And we're going to find my little shop that I destroyed for some dumb reason. Alright, somewhere here. Put that back. And we have circuit boards being made. Let's see how many high-speed connectors we can make. Let's see, what can I do for high-speed connectors? I don't have deuterium out there. I don't have wire out there. I don't have any way at the moment to ship circuit boards anywhere. Ooh. Do I? Ooh. I'm at the end of phase 4. I should have drone capability. Ooh. Well then, this stream might take a different turn. That would change a few things. A lot of things. Might be the next stage of our rebuild. Let this finish what it can make at the moment. That'll keep us going for a few rail posts at least. All right, let's grab some more copper sheet here. Why is that loading so slow? There's plenty of build for that. Well, I guess that's all the more I can give it at the moment. I can throw this plastic in there though. Looks like the plastic is keeping up with it. That'll make a fair number of copper for it. If I do have to come back, well, we can, but that should be enough to keep us going for a while. See, those lights are lit and there is no power connection to them. I mean, they're connected to each other through this, but there's no power connection to that. Nothing coming in from the bottom. There's only, well, here. You can see here, there's only 2 wires connected to it. One going to each light. There's no power connected from it to anywhere. But those lights are clearly on. That's got to be a bug. That can't be intended. I'm not complaining. I like it. And it could be explained by the presence of the electrified rails. But remember, when I put my first post down, there was no power to the rails yet. Okay. It looks like we're going to need to go down. Oh, I'm not in auto build mode, that's why. I'm like, why isn't it connecting? Okay, pipe is too long, railroad track is too steep, the ladder one. This is going to be a problem. No, no, come on, closer, there we go. Okay, how far do I gotta move it? Let's see. We've got to move it to the side. You know, probably should turn it anyways. Okay, so accepts that as good for the steep. The next one doesn't have to be up quite as high. Well, yeah, it will be. We're going to leave that there. Before we do transports, drone, we do have drones. Okay. Okay, so there's our next mission. Oh, so many things on the how to go about the rebuild. So many things. Alright, back to this. Track is too steep. No kidding. We know this. Now we're aiming, we're looking to go around that rock and up the hill. And we can easily bring this down a little bit to make everything a little more comfortable. Missing copper sheet. What is copper sheet being? Copper sheet's being used for the hyper tubes. And I just stole all the copper sheet out of the depot. So what does this look like? That looks a little bumpy coming up through there, but I don't know how else to do it. I know there's ways to smooth out track to some extent, but everything I've ever seen, you're going up hills and you're still end up with stuff like this. That and the fact that I am not inclined to spend 2 hours going 300 feet off track. That's pointing close enough to where I want. We go into the ground a bit. What? Don't even start with that again. Seriously? We've been through this. I am not enthused. Better build it. What I should have done, I shouldn't have turned this as far. Seriously? No. What the hell? There's no excuse for that I can come up with. And this isn't the first time it's done it when building. I've even had it do it building regular buildings, not just blueprints. What? Now it's upsetting me. I'm not a rage quitter, but I do get upset. Irritated. This is BS. That's being nice about it. What? Build already. See, it won't even, without the auto linking even, it won't build. No error, no caution message, no warning, no I can't do this because. Hey devs, fix your frickin' game. Alright, where am I going from here? I'm going right up between the two trees in front of me. Really? There's a tree here. And the next one on my right. That one on my left. No. What trees? So we're going between we got the immediate one on my right here. It's the next three trees, which are these. Gotta be careful, there's quartz right here that we're going through. So we're going that way. Okay. So we're going to follow this here up through there, and then we'll find a path over there somewhere. Looks like we go up over the top of the hill and back down. So our path is going on the map. It looks like our path is going this way. Here it looks like our path is going this way. Alright, we are going to go into jetpack mode here for a minute. Survey where we're looking. So we are coming from there. Nope. No, don't walk off the edge of the tree. We're coming from there, going around this tree by the looks of it. Probably end up going through it. This says there's a crystal patch right here. There's not. There's a crystal. Oh, it's over there. Okay. And there's another one over there. And there's a third one somewhere. Over there. I think that's the one I was just looking at. So there's one. There's crystal there, crystal beyond it. Okay. So according to this, I'm looking between the tree I'm standing in. Should be the next tree should be to my left. And then those two trees to my right that we're going to be going between those two trees. Really? So the railroad is going to come up this here, turn here, and go down between those two trees, is what it looks like. I did that wrong. I want forward motion. Okay, so yeah, we want to come around between those trees and go back down the hill here. And interestingly, our copper is just over here. There's our copper right there. So I might take and turn that into the train. Put a station there. Nice. Nice. Train station right there. Is it just me or is that water? It is water. So we're coming down the path beside that water here. Okay. So we're coming around to this tree. We're not running over any crystal. That's something else I need to remember, as I don't have to stretch each link as far as possible. I'll build a factory, and I have. Build one right there. It's got an incredible view. Oh, there's a particular type of factory that goes there very nicely. But we'll leave that for y'all to figure out. Oh, hello, tree. Yeah, I think somebody's tree is going to have to go away. Maybe not. How steep is this? Not too horrible. Nope, we're back to not building again. Why? What the heck? Not happy. Sometimes if I go into my inventory and back out, it'll reset. But that time it did not. So, making a bit of a turn to the side here. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so maybe exiting out of build mode entirely in fact. We'll try that next time. We're out of copper sheet again. We have to go check on that. So we come basically straight down this path, and then I probably should have scoped this out ahead, but the plan is to go under that. Let's go scope that out while the copper sheets regenerate. Well, we'll drop this track. Or not. Okay, fine. Find me a place to switch out of flight mode. Oh, this is next to the waterfall. Okay. No. Is this a waterfall? It is, along that line there. Yeah, so we got this pool up top. Ooh, I see a spear. And there's your swamp. Ooh, and there is there's a hard drive. No, we're not. Anything interesting laying here? We need those. Did he just commit suicide? Nope. I can say, wait a minute here. He did. He went all the way down. Although it doesn't look like he did suicide. But he went all the way down. He's a good little rock climber. Well, I can't open this, so... Back to the high grounds. See if figure out where our working party is. Uh-oh, I see another problem. That ain't good. Either something is broken back at base. Well, it's got to be broken back at base. Don't really want to go back to base. They don't have... They do have a tube out here at copper. So we're going to go back and check on it. Let's look at, before I do, nope, got plenty of biofuel in storage, so that's not my problem. Why is my biofuel not filling up? And yes, it's supposed to be filling up automatically. Do. Really? Did you get completely reset? It did. Why are you completely reset? Let's see, what else is supposed to be? Let's see, rebar, nobelisks, fuel. I think that covers it. Oh, crap. No. Okay, it kept it. Okay. So the one back at base is still there. So what reset it? What reset the settings? Very interesting. Okay, crisis averted. I was thinking that maybe my biofuel plant back at base had run out of fuel and thus wasn't uploading to depot, but that's clearly full. That wasn't why we weren't getting filled back up. Okay, I'm happy. Well, less than happy, but satisfied with that. All right, moving on. So we need to go not the mushrooms, the tree. Okay. And we're going up again, aren't we? Not much, though. That looked like one of the cave crickets going by at the top of the screen. So that looks like, let's see, that's going up in there. One of the places I thought of for possibly a station for the copper, but that'd be the better place. And I am hearing, a shiny. Where do we have a shiny? There's a shiny, but I'm not close enough to it to... Let's see if I can get... somehow just barely close enough with the power. Now there's another down to. Hi buddy, get out of my way. This one's all radioactive and crap. Oh, hello. Anyone want to bet on spiders? That is just another way into well, maybe not. Looked like it was just another way through the rock, but it's not. That is indeed a whole, oh, here we go, into there. And there's another shiny in here somewhere. Ooh, sloop. Hi, boys. I'll let myself out, thank you. Spicy rocks. Spicy beast. What do you want? Heat sink. We have those. Somewhere. We should have all kinds of them. Why am I not seeing them? There we go. One of these afternoons I'm going to have to sit for a couple hours and do hard drive research. Now, where's my... Okay, where are we going from here? Still straight down the hill. So we are going... That's water. We are cutting around the cliff right here. We are going there's a tree, must be just around the cliff, and what tree is what here? There's only 2 trees, 3 trees within my line of sight. Huh? I'm looking down between. And that's not where I want to go then. So I'm looking down through here, which is down into where my aluminum stuff is. So right, in fact, maybe even on top of that cliff right there. Nope, that's this here. So it's down there is my first aluminum. Hi, Cape Cricket. So we're looking down through here. That is not where I want to go. Although it's possible I might put a spur down there to grab that aluminum for a different location next time. We are going down here and down through here, and I was going to at some point scope that out. So I guess we're going to do that now. Let's land and go into jump mode. But okay. Hey, spider, die. Thank you. So we are here. I hear another spider. And that could be so nice next time. Where are you? I see purple slug location. I don't see Skitter. Oh, that's why. I didn't fall that far. Just making sure there's no crickets up there. Okay. So there's my track. We're staying next to the water over here. Continuing to this side of that tree. Okay, so we're going to go over this patch of weeds, hopefully, or through. So we're up there. So we've got a curvy bit of path coming through here. And hi guys. Here, I got a couple presents for you. Here, you want one? I swear they know when you're ready to throw things. I don't want to kill the trees, but Merry Christmas. Alright, where's your body? Or there's your body. Where's your guts? Okay, so now where's our stuff is up there somewhere or other. We're coming down here. With a plan to go on that side. Okay, so we've got to come around this, angle that way. I hear another shiny. It's up there. Or not. There it is. So the reason for coming over here is to see if our train can go underneath this arch. Yeah, it looks like it might be a tight squeeze, but I think we can make it. The fun part is going to be making the right turns to come around this rock. Oh, I see some gas. I don't like those. I have plenty of my own. I don't need theirs. Is that a pink or... That's a purple. Well, you might be interesting to get. Alright, where's our railroad track? On the other side of that rock. Oh, didn't even see you. Boy, it's a good thing I'm in peaceful mode. Kind of like earlier today. New server dropped in. Game dropped me in right between a spitter and a hatcher. I'm like, yeah, that's a great place to drop a new player. Stubborn one. Usually they only take 4. Hi, buddy. There you are. I knew I heard more. But since I don't want to hurt the mushrooms, hold still. Okay, back to the railroad. It's hard to see where I'm putting this. Okay, so we're turning there. So we're going to put this somewhere in there. See what that looks like. Nope. Gotta stay in the power range. I'm not clipping any trees. We're within where we want to turn. I'm probably going to have to nuke that tree here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to kill that tree. That means we're gonna have to turn this. Something like that. And I managed to do so without nuking the mycelia. Now we are going over there. I need to go around this rock. Yeah. No! I hear yet another shiny. I also notice there's a tree in the way. Oh, there's also a rock in the way. So I guess we're going to go around both of them. But I also want to stay on the beach. I am. Not by much, but... Let's see if I'm still on the beach. Close enough for me. Now, I heard a shiny. It's a sloop even. Cool. Well, it's up there, but I can't go high enough. Hopefully this will reach all the way across. Yes. I'm guessing there's not much, but enough. It is indeed solidly on the shore. It is pointing in the right direction. Okay. That looks very small compared to the map. And there's, I mean, we've got most of this side of the map, but there's a nice big chunk up here. Well, maybe straight up there. I guess it's not all that big, but... Or what? A 16th or 20th of the distance that we need to go? Oh! One moment, I need a drink. Well, that looks like somewhere I missed an important notification. Now what? Bear with me for a minute. I'll take a short break here. Okay, and we're back. Alright, let's get through the arch here and then see where we're going after that. No. I mean, it looks like it'll work. But I don't like the shape. Alright, now the fun part. I am not winding around all the trees. And I've been through here at least twice collecting worms, and I still see one over there. I am suspecting that those are all gone, that I've already been over there, and they're only showing me because I haven't gotten close to it enough for it to actually load the real data. I am not going over there. Ow! So on the map, we can just go straight through here. In reality, it's take down a few trees. Which, okay, fine. But, where are we going? What route are we going to take here? A spur going down into this crater would be nice, because there's a crap load of resources down there. I can build a terminal over the lake. We're not doing any of that tonight. But it looks like I can probably run a rail in here. But where's our main line gonna go? I am not inclined to build bridges. Well, I am, but not for this. You know, though, I need to figure that out, because it's been a thing for me for the last 15 years in these games, starting with Minecraft all the way back to what, 0.4 or whatever, back in what, 2012. Building bridges is kind of my thing. And after that, what was the next one I did? Some other game. Can't think of what else have I played that isn't first-person shooter. Some other game I played. I built bridges. So I suppose I should start on this. I gotta keep the record going. But I am not inclined to do it for the time being. I'm more interested in function. I'll play with that on my creative world. So I don't want to drop over a cliff like that, so we're looking at going straight down through here, down into this gully, probably make a station somewhere to pick up this stuff, and I'm sure there's other resource nodes in here. So most likely I'm going to be paving over most of this area. Then we can bring the rails down through here, because we're not going over those cliffs. And then what? If this is an arch, then we can go under it, but I'm guessing it is not. Let's see, that is off to the side, so that's going to be that unloaded block. Somewhere there. Can't see. No fart plants. Not allowed. So we're going to go roughly straight through here. Alright, I need to land. Switch tactics. Somewhere over there is the mini factory. So where are we continuing to our path? Okay, so we do not want to go over that bluff. We want to, somewhere around here, there's a, well, hi guys. Looks like right here. Nope, we're coming up on it. Right here. Right next to the factory. So we come down through there. And then what? Alright, there's a pool of water. If I can fall off edges here. Pool of water there. Then what? I don't suppose this over here is an arch. It is. Is there a pathway down through underneath all that by which I can go down? So come down this pathway, come down here, go under there, I'll bet, along the edge of that, and then we got a nice clean path down into here, down into the grassy fields. Let's scope that out. So this will be coming down the valley there, coming along here on this side of the water. Following that trail down there. I don't see any reason why not yet. Alright, so there's our arch, looking through it a different direction. No, not off the edge. Oh, shut up. So looking at it from a different direction. We're coming down this hill here, out through there, making the turn, then let's see. I'm guessing, looking at this, that turn is going that way, which we don't want to do. We want to go this way, but I can't see. Whoever was the 3D artist that built this stuff had fun. Lots of fun. Okay, so there's the main trail. we're going to want to go so this here is this. With that there being this behind it. We have the option of going out and making a sharp turn over there, or making a, maybe almost a straighter route through there, which I think is where I would go. We may very well make a route around there. I don't know what resources are down here, or we may just use that as a big factory area for something, because that's a void space there. One of those do not fall in here kind of things. And yes, there will be spur lines going off into all the necessary areas, but we're just building or planning the main line. And then we will go out over there. So just come along. Well, this is a sharper turn. No, I don't want to. Coming down here is a sharper turn. It's a gentler turn to come straight through there. So we'll come straight through there. Probably we'll do a line out there too at some point, but we'll just come straight through here and back up the other side. Okay. Back to our train. No, no, don't ever hit backwards when you're flying. My train track is somewhere in this direction. Oh, boy, I'm exploring a little farther than I thought. Actually, quite a bit farther than I thought. I did not have momentum on my side this time. Bet that felt good, didn't it? Alright. Well, it's been 2 hours, and my body is telling me I'm hungry, and reminding me that I have had a couple slices of bread and a bowl of ramen noodles for the day, and it's 9 p.m., so I am going to call the stream here. We have plans for next time. Actually, given how exciting this has been, I may do that in the interim, but we'll see. And we also have plans for a couple streams after that, because now I can take care of that circuit board and high-speed connector issue that has been driving me nuts for a while. So we will see. Next stream will be probably this coming Thursday, 2 days from now. It might be Friday, but Thursday is the plan at the moment. And it looks like my continuing schedule will be either Monday or Tuesday, not sure yet, and then either Thursday or Friday. But it'll probably be Tuesday, Thursday. That's what it's looking like at the moment. So we'll see you hopefully Thursday. As you may have noticed, none of my streams are guaranteed as things happen, but that is the plan for now. And we will see you back probably right where we are on Thursday. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you on the next one. Have a good evening.